morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Anne.
Let's start our show. Good morning, everybody. My name is Anne.Rossley. I am here with my good friend and colleague, Kyle Harvey, who is at our office in the Gold Coast, Michigan Avenue. We both sell real estate in downtown Chicago, and we love to get on the air once a week and talk about what's happening in real estate. And so here we are, November 21st, coming to you live about real estate in downtown Chicago. Good morning.
What number show are we at?
90-something.
I mean,
Something up
people, we're almost at 100 shows. Here's to you.
We've been doing this a while. Cheers to you. At one point, we'll get better at this.
That's not why people watch. They watch to see us muddle through. So let's start with stats. Let's hear what's going on in this market.
Okie dokie, here we go. So one of our viewers said to me they really enjoy seeing what's going on by neighborhood. And so this week, I took all the neighborhoods in which we work, not all.
May we remove our names?
Primary. Pardon?
Remove our names. May we remove our names?
I set it up so that I could do that, and then I forgot. I just get so excited about these stats. All right. Thank you for the reminder. All right. So let's start in the loop. We're talking median sales price for a single family home. There are no single family homes, except there is one weirdo one you'll see in a couple of slides, but no. Okay. The most expensive place to buy a home is the Near North neighborhood, which is the Gold Coast, Streeterville, River North. And here I want to point out the bigger number is the rolling 12 months median sales price. The smaller number is what the price was 1 year ago. 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Oh, I was going to say, my God, people. No.
Yeah. No, 10 years ago. So, we see good appreciation in the Near North here, but there's some areas that you're going to see, like the Near West Side. A single family home was $245 10 years ago. Today, they're $532. Still very approachable. West Town, they've just about doubled. Look at that, $560 to $1,080,000.
Look at Lincoln Square, same thing. Wow.
Yeah, Lincoln Square. All of these, because, for quite some time, people have really been focused on Near North, Lincoln Park, Lakeview. When I first got into the business ages and ages ago, I mean, this was basically the only place we sold. And now, look at this. Logan Square, $560 to $925. North Center has always been just a good, steady, single-family neighborhood.
Yeah.
Edgewater's doubled. Uptown's doubled. Lakeview's done well.
Well, Edgewater, doesn't that include that Lakewood Balmoral area, which has gotten so hot?
Yes, exactly right. Okay, so that's single family. Now let's look at condos. And again, over 10 years, you see good price appreciation. It's actually the most expensive living in Lincoln Park at $545, followed by West Town at $506. Look at Logan at $450.
Wow. Logan is, so many people are moving there. It's just incredible.
That's incredible. So today we're talking about new construction and contemporary homes, recently built homes. And so I was curious, where are the new homes? What is our housing stock all about? And I went back and looked at all of the neighborhoods you just saw on the screen. And I said, how do they break down by age? And so built 1 to 5 years ago, a good amount, 12.8% roughly. 6 to 10 years is 8%. 11 to 25 years is 21%. 26 to 50 is 6%. 51 to 100 is 5%. And look at this. The greater portion of the housing stock in the neighborhoods in which we sell is 40%.
And I think that 6.14%, which is unknown, is probably in the 40%. It's just that they didn't
totally
know
agree.
Yeah. It's so
They didn't know the date, or they're hiding the date because so many people want new construction. And I have found that to be true, especially if you get a house that is vintage, but they've put contemporary details in. They hate to call it,
I know.
a 1900 house. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, very interesting. All right. So now, of the single family homes that have sold in the last 10 years, how many of them and what percent were 10 years or newer? Okay. So if you look at Logan Square, and I'll run through this example and then you all can in your minds run through the neighborhoods. 20 of the 56 homes that sold in the last 12 months were 10 years or newer. So basically 35.7% of the single family homes that sold in Logan Square were 10 years old or newer. Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. There were
Because
a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, there are a lot of cottages that were torn down to make houses. So I absolutely think that makes sense. That's the way Old Town was before they put the brakes on it.
right, right. So here's a question for you. I would hypothesize, and tell me if you think this is true, that the reason we're seeing so much appreciation in Logan is not because the old stuff is selling a lot. It's because there's new construction that's bringing the prices up.
Oh, I totally agree with you. And if it's not new construction, it's totally remodel construction.
Right. Yeah.
You
yeah.
kept the
yeah.
frame, but put a new house inside or a new building inside. Yeah.
Right. All right, let's look at a few others just for fun. About 21% of the housing stock in Lincoln Park and Lakeview are new construction or 10 years or old or newer. Near North, same thing.
Lincoln
West
Park
County
has all those developments of, those spec houses. So that, those, the higher end new construction too. So I'm not terribly surprised that 13 sold in the last year.
Right, right. North Center, 20 of 37. North Center, same thing.
Yeah.
Where they're bringing down the smaller properties, tearing them down and building new.
Yeah.
That's big. This is a big, like, school district neighborhood. So, all right. So that's single family. Let's look at condo. And this is all I have for this week. Condos, Logan Square, 34 of the 85 condos that sold last year, 40% were 10 years or newer. Near West Side, 58 of 252 or 23%. West Town, 71 of 210. And then compare that to near North, 76 only of 1119. And it just shows it too. Go ahead.
I look at the near South Side, and the near South Side was built, between 10 and 15 years ago. So there aren't all that many new buildings. It really filled in. So I'm not surprised that there's so few.
Right. Yeah, that makes very good sense. Absolutely. Same thing really in the Loop. So much of the Loop was done, between 2000 and 2008, maybe 2010. But
yeah. So here's my question about the Loop.
Yeah.
A building that was an office building that has been converted to condos. How do they call that? Do they call that a new building, or do they call that a 100-year-old building?
That's a really good point. And
I don't know the answer.
I would have to go back and look at the original sales materials for each building to see what they did, or one in the MLS. Yeah.
What would your building have done? What, for example, you live in one of those buildings.
They would have said built in 1926. Yeah.
Yeah. But so you can have a new building and an old building. Yeah.
It's new. Yeah. Everything in this building is new.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. So sort of my takeaway from this is we have a lot of room in Chicago for new construction. We do not have enough new construction. Right. One of the things that's coming to the near North Side is that the planned development at Moody Bible, I think that campus is either shrinking to something much smaller or being sold over time entirely. But that
they have so much land. Oh my goodness.
So much land. A lot of parking lots. bless them. But that is going to be filled in.
Yeah.
Some condos, probably some rentals, but that's probably a decade away, do you think, before we start to see people moving in? Because they haven't even begun anything.
No, but
There's
that
still
will
the
happen.
approval process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, we'll see that. We've still got Sterling Yards coming in Lincoln Park.
Oh, that's though I went to Home Depot, and the biotech building, that it was the first building in that development, is really far along. My guess is it's going to open during 2023 and start having business.
Wow.
Just one good thing starting up. Yay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if there's anything that you need to know about real estate, is that it changes constantly. The other thing we want to mention is the article that you sent me from the Chicago Tribune.
Was it the Tribune or Cranes?
No, the interest rate.
Yeah, was that Trib?
I don't know.
I don't know. People, we get all these articles. So at the end of last week, interest rates dropped a 0.5 point. And they had previously, 2 weeks ago, had dropped a 0.5 point and then went back up. And so what we're probably likely to see, don't you agree, Anne, is that there's going to be ups and downs, but stay on it. And as there's nothing settled right now about our economy, but people have said,
we predicted once we got through the elections, things would settle down a little bit, and that's proving to be true.
Yeah, and things are going to go like this rather than like this, which is how it felt. It's a small screen. Instead of going like this, you go like this. So, you know what? Just be on it, people. Talk to your mortgage broker. You can still buy.
Yeah, exactly right.
What do we got?
All right,
Let's talk about trends.
Do you want me to pull my thing up first?
Yes.
Okay. Home design trends. House published an article in the January of 22 predicting what was going to be hot. And Kyle has not seen this list, so we're going to get her on point.
But I did some research into home design trends, and I was like, nah.
Yeah. Right. So the first thing they say is the multiple window banks. I don't see that in Chicago. Do you?
What do you mean multiple window banks?
Like this picture here. See all the.
I do see that in the luxury area. Yeah.
Where you have
people are taking out walls and making these big, long. Yeah.
Well, you know what they don't mention in here are the nano walls, which are so hot right now.
What's a nano wall?
The nano wall is the accordion glass wall.
Oh, right.
Where you open it and you fold it, and then you bring the outdoors to the indoors and the indoors to the outdoors.
I think we have too many critters and bugs for that to be a trend in Chicago. There are climates.
Properties with nano walls.
Really? I would never, ever leave my window unless there was another door closing it off. I mean, the amount of bugs. That's Kyle. Okay, next. Okay. Casual collected. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're reaching. Kitchen islands. They say kitchen islands are bigger than ever.
Never going away. Of course, I'm getting rid of mine, but everyone else is keeping theirs.
Appliances and islands. Hardworking, appliances and islands. Hasn't that always been the case? Where you put either a stove or a...
Okay, that's what they mean by appliances and islands? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people didn't. They added an island, so they would add an island as a workspace but you're right, true. They now have sinks and things like that. They plan for it rather than adding it.
They plan, yeah. Yeah. Hardworking kitchen storage. I think the word for this is not hardworking kitchen storage. I think it's the fact, and they don't mention this in here again, but I want to point this out. Nobody wants to see anything in a kitchen anymore. You don't want to see the microwave. The microwaves are low. You don't want to see the paper towels they're in. You don't want to have a separate garbage can. You want the garbage can incorporated. And in fact, I've had buyers poo-poo a kitchen because there's not built-in garbage. I think the luxury buyers are demanding built-in garbage, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no question. I don't know that anyone has a garbage can. Except for now, there are people who, with the whole mulching and great, what's it called? Composting.
Composting.
Yeah. So, cool. Hardworking kitchen storage already. Maximizing
Right.
kitchen storage. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Long linear backsplash tile. Well, yeah, that's true. Everybody expects a black backsplash now, right?
Oh,
You have to
absolutely.
have.
But your picture points out what's really happening, which is tiled walls. Instead of paint, and instead of, it's just the whole the back, sort of like if you put pesto in a Cuisinart and forgot to put on the lid. You need the tile all over the walls, even on the ceiling.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
Not a weird line. Exactly right. Heated island countertop. This is new to me. Have you seen heated island countertops?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. What is that? Why would you heat your countertop?
I don't know. You certainly don't want it heated if you're going to be,
Heated
working with dough.
countertops.
What was
I don't know
that?
what that means.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I skipped one. Light marble look quartz. Yeah, light countertops for sure.
Of course, I'm putting in dark ones, but hey, bucking the trend.
You're ahead of the trend.
No, bucking it.
And white kitchen with classic details. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Lantern style lighting.
Like that pretty one right there.
Yeah. I'm not really into that look, but I guess
I think it looks great. It looks great. All things.
Bathrooms, marble, yes. More hardworking storage. That storage is hardworking. Dressed up style. Now that's true. Everybody's looking for the fancy bath these days, right?
Absolutely.
Multiple shower heads and sprays and low curb showers. And the point they made in the article was everybody wants no curb, but that's very expensive to create.
It also creates a total mess. I'm going to throw this out also from one of the things I read, and I've been seeing it in each and every picture you've shown. Black accents. Notice that. Is that a mirror or a partition in the left-hand one? That's the mirror. But on the other side, everything is now, and you've seen it in some of the other pictures, that wall of windows, that whatever we call that thing, the bank of windows, those were all black accented. So here we're seeing it.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And the other thing too is chrome is out. We're seeing this gold brassy.
Yeah,
it's not the brass. It's pardon?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. But that'll come back in a minute and a half. Those things are easy to change. Yeah.
Exactly right. Shiplap. I'm so over shiplap. And we don't see that in Chicago, really. Maybe in some basements, but freestanding tubs.
I hear that's going away. People are not in love with their tubs. They love their showers more.
Well, you and I are seeing this where people, especially in older condos, when they're renovating the bathroom, they'll just get rid of that shower tub combination, especially in the masters, and they do nice, big, beautiful showers. Yeah. I'm asked all the time, is it okay if I get rid of the bathtub in my master bathroom? And my advice is yes. People prefer a big, pretty primary shower, don't you think?
Oh, totally.
As long as there's a bathtub somewhere else. Okay, stylish shower tub combos in the alcoves or tubs. Yeah. Stylish design for aging in place. And that's why I chose this picture, is because there's no step up into the shower. They've got a handrail, but it's not, overly, whatever.
Yeah.
And okay, heated floors. I'm seeing heated floors everywhere, right?
It is such a selling point.
Not that expensive to install. You just throw the sheet of electric down and
off you go.
Okay, so they said the colors are gray and blue. You agree? I'm green and blue.
I think gray is disappearing.
Yeah.
It still looks great and is very subtle, but I think it's become a little bit of a cliche. How about you?
I think so. Well, I'm seeing bold colors. I'm seeing big wallpaper, right? In terms of the colors are green or blue, for the colors for 2022, 3 different paint companies used a variation of green for their color of the year.
Yeah.
Blue, variations of blue seem to always be in style, don't they?
Blue is a color that, especially in bathrooms, that looks good on your skin when you're looking in the mirror. And really you should choose whatever looks good on you rather than what's, because you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you want to have that background reflect so that you don't go, I look like death, which is what I
I
had
have
when I
never
had,
thought of it that way.
I had sort of a soft purpley color behind me at first, and I was like, I'm a dead woman. How do I show up as dead? So we changed
That is
that
an
out.
interesting concept. I'm going to cogitate on that one.
Yeah. Okay,
all right. So for living rooms,
Mhm.
they're talking about decorating, blah, blah, blah. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Velvet. They say velvet's in. Yeah.
Yep.
Curvy furniture. I've seen more curvy furniture lately. I
So
think
much
that's,
curvy.
but
Yeah.
that's going to go out again, right? So if
Well,
you
I
buy
think
curvy,
that's
don't
part
spend a
of
fortune.
But if you look at this room, it's got a mid-century modern, updated mid-century modern feel. And as long as mid-century modern is out there, I think curvy will stick around.
Right. Swivel chairs. Swivel chairs are good for sure. And they're making them in more. Yeah, I have a couple in my house. I love swivel chairs.
Yeah.
And neutral sofas in performance fabrics. I'm seeing this a lot, the lighter color, but they're that tough fabric.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what? What's happened in the last 20 years is that commercial grade fabrics have become really attractive. So now, since they're attractive, put them in your house.
Yeah.
Because who wants to have stuff that's going to break or rip or get destroyed by the dogs or the cats? I mean, absolutely.
Right. That you can actually get red wine stains out of.
Are you serving red wine in your own home? My God.
Well, to myself, and that's the big problem.
Okay. Fair point.
Sure. All right. Outdoor rooms that look like indoor rooms. Ding, 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 ding. Right?
Mm-hmm. Huge.
And privacy. People want privacy. You know what cracks me up? You know how the brownstones, gray stones in the Gold Coast, where the windows are right there and you can walk on the sidewalk and almost look into somebody's home? It's so interesting to me how many people put blinds there so you can't see in.
Oh, I have friends who are up high and they draw the blinds at night. And I'm sort of like, but
nobody's watching. Yeah, privacy is a big deal. Okay, wildlife friendly. My 4740 Polina. Well, it had the ugliest looking milkweed in front, but it's pro butterfly.
Oh, I get it. I thought you were like, hey, coyote, come live in my, hey, raccoon, come live in my backyard.
No. But the butterfly gardens. Decorative tile patios and swimming pools. Everybody knows about the swimming pool craze nationwide since COVID. Okay, I beg to differ on this one. Compact laundry spaces. Do you think that's a...
First of all, you have to have laundry no matter what. People, look at us. No matter what, have laundry. If you want to get top price. But for luxury, you got to have full size.
Yeah.
No one wants a stack. No one wants even side by sides, little guys, the compact machines. They want the big machines.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Okay, so this cracks me up. First, they want dedicated activity spaces. Then they want flexible design. But I will say these pictures are very true. I've got women that say, I want craft space. I want a space that I can go and hide in to do what I feel like doing. And then flexible. I've seen Murphy beds coming back big time.
Everywhere.
Beautiful Murphy beds, but they're back.
No, I totally agree.
Return to the formal dining room. There you go. You've been saying that.
Well, just because it's a separate room. Yeah. I think the feeling is now, I want to go into another room. I don't think people are using them for anything other than, I think some people are working out of one, but it's another space. And, there's sometimes one bedroom or even two bedroom condos in like Ravenswood area. And they have these, and they're very inexpensive. But they have a formal dining room still, which is this bonus room because you can put it in the living room, whatever. It's just a really good thing. Anyway.
Well, formal dining rooms, yeah, it's a great place for kids to work on their projects. Tom used to get so mad at me that I would do my projects in our formal dining room in the old house. I'd lay out my papers and do my work. I loved it.
Yeah.
But, all right, bench.
What does bench mean? Oh, bedroom bench.
Everybody wants a bench. Well, and I kind of looked at this and I'm like, when did benches go out? I don't think they ever did. But they said house searches for a bedroom bench were up 406%.
Well, remember, houses, not housing. It is people want to put one in their bedroom. Yeah. So this is shopping. Houses for shopping ideas. So isn't that interesting?
I think part of it is the fact, if you have a big master bedroom, what are you going to fill it up with?
And so this bench, you can't do it, but a lot of benches have a skirt, and underneath you have more storage.
Yeah. Storage, that hardworking storage. Okay. Sustainability and efficiency, like high performance windows, solar panels, native trees and grasses, yada, yada, yada.
Not yada, yada, great. Yeah.
And then I think they're trying to get to a round number of 40. So they said patience, but what they mean is with shortages and everything, people are willing to wait to get what they want.
Yes. And going back to sustainability and efficiency, I was reading an article about solar panels, and Chicago does not have a lot of them.
No.
But what's interesting, because I thought, well, maybe it's because we don't have daylight in as many hours in the winter as, but they say, no, it's not totally necessary. If this were the sole power source for your home, yes, Chicago's not the greatest place because we have all this winter stuff. But if you're generating, being part of an electrical grid, it is something. So I'll be really interested to see over the next decade how many Chicagoans add solar to their home to participate in the grid, to get them, to deal with the rising cost of power, et cetera, et cetera.
It was interesting when we were in Connecticut and I'm just driving down Kelly Road in South Windsor. So many homes had solar panels on their roofs. I was surprised. And these are homes that are like $250,000 to $350,000, and they've invested in solar panels. So
absolutely, I know it's a big investment. The article said that it makes sense even up as far north as Anchorage. Beyond that, not so much. But interesting.
Very interesting.
There we go.
And then last and very important, comfort and well-being. And the picture for this was the settee in front of the windows. People like a place to feel cocooned and comfortable and safe. And I think we're seeing things in the home to create that.
I think so too. A window bench or a window, what do you call those things? Window seats. People love that. They don't necessarily. It's lovely. Great. Shall we take a look at some, because we've promised to take,
yes.
Do we have any time? We have no time, people.
Do you want to go big into looking at homes next week then?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. And let's talk about some new construction homes and projects in the city too. We'll do that. Excellent. Love it. Okay, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Kyle, have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, Anne.
Send us your questions. Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
Take care.